Hello Pokitto users. This is a very short video about how to install the Pokitto sim environment so that you can start developing programs for Pokitto completely on the PC without needing the actual hardware Pokitto itself. So the first thing that you need is you need code blocks. And code blocks is an open source free development environment. It's here in codeblocks.org. Then you go to downloads and download the binary release. And since I'm on a Windows PC, I'm going to take this codeblocks 17.12 min gw /setup.exe, and it comes from SourceForge. I will install codeblocks, and after the codeblocks is installed, we then go to GitHub, GitHub/Pokitto, and from here we go to PokittoLib. PokittoLib contains two different kinds of projects. It contains a project for mbits, which allows you to develop Pokitto hardware binaries on a PC in a much more advanced IDE than the online embed IDE. And then it also contains a Pokitto sim, which is a way of building Pokitto programs that will run directly on the PC without needing the Pokitto itself. So press clone or download, and just for the sake of simplicity, I will download the zip file. But of course, if you're familiar with Git, it's better to use this Git link over here to clone the Git repository. But now we're just gonna download the zip file. And I have already here a folder for it, Pokitto test, and I'm just gonna download the package. Open the folder where it's now stored and extract this file. So I'm extracting the zip file, and while the zip file is extracting, let me just open up code blocks. And this is code blocks. On the left side is the workspace, and let's go to file and open. And for the sake of simplicity, select the file type as code blocks project file, so you don't have to see everything. We had here the folder where we stored our zip file, and it's now extracted. And go to PokittoLib, where you have extracted the folder, and there's a folder called Pokitto, and now comes the important step. Here is a folder called Pokitto sim, and go inside of there, and you will find Pokitto_sim.cbp, which stands for Code Blocks Project. And as you can see, I have Code Blocks project files selected as file types. Click that and open. And we now have the code blocks project for the Pokitto sim opened here in code blocks. Under sources, we see different examples. And for example, there's a hello world, which is a simple program. And this is the main source file for this hello world. What you need to understand is that this Pokitto sim is a project, and within that project there are different targets. So you can build all of these different programs from within the same project. And these targets are listed over here. It says build target. So we have hello world selected here, and we have here the hello world source code. Let's, for example, change that hello world to hello Windows, like that. And now I recommend that when you build it for the first time, use this rebuild button because it will make sure that all your project settings are correct. Later you can just use the build button, but for the first time use rebuild. Or anytime you see that your project is not behaving the way that you expect, rebuild the entire project just to make sure that all the graphics mode settings and so on are working. So in the log window, it says that we have the build finished, 0 errors, 57 warnings, but you don't have to worry about those. And then you just simply press run. And what you see is you see the Pokitto program running in a window in Windows without needing the actual Pokitto hardware. The buttons are Z, X, and C, so and cursor keys. So the cursor keys are exactly like the direction keys in the Pokitto, and X, Z is A, X is B, and C is C. So in order for me to press A, I press now Z button, and we now have the program running. It says Hello Windows. Just to prove my point that this is how it works, let's put Hello Jonne, and we rebuild here, or we just press the build button, press run, and Hello Jonne. This is how it works. There are lots of different examples over here. So for example, if I take this, let's take another target, for example, jetpack, and we rebuild. Always when you change the target, you have to rebuild. So we have rebuilt, and then let's run this program. And we have a different kind of Pokitto program running here. Okay, so this is how it's possible to develop a Pokitto program much faster than just using the hardware every time you want to change the program. It's easy to do changes and test them out in the simulator environment, and then you can just take your code and take it to the actual hardware itself. Thank you for watching. More videos later. Bye bye.